in the world is happening with West Seattle real estate today, you got to check this out. This is really interesting. This is particularly interesting when you chart this against King County and Seattle in general, and you should go back and watch that video because I get into it. But this is a really radically different kind of situation that we see developing in West Seattle, which we would assume is because of the bridge situation. Like that area itself is seeing a much flatter growth in prices than King County and Seattle in general, just way different. This is a flat graph for the last 2 years. In fact, even this year, where this year in King County, we've seen since May, 10% increase since May in median prices. Here since May, we don't see anything. We see it's flat since May. That's radically different. So you don't see the home values increasing, and here's why. Okay. This is the last 2 years in West Seattle, and you can see that supply has been relatively steady. So 2 years ago, we were at 234 homes available, and this year, 232 homes available. There was a real dip in 2019 for 144, but that's come up. So more people are selling in West Seattle than have been, especially when you and that's radically different than what you see in King County as a whole. So that would flatten the graph. Now, there have been more buyers. The lower interest rates has enticed people to buy. So you're looking at 211 sales last month and a fairly steady increase in sales to take advantage of that new inventory. And I would expect that new inventory gets absorbed as people begin to deal with the bridge. But I think you could probably find some value in West Seattle if you're a buyer now, because if and when the city gets around to fixing the bridge, that would then begin to even itself out prices compared to Seattle, which would be an increase in West Seattle. In other words, that surplus in inventory would go away, and it's possible that you're seeing some panic selling in West Seattle, given people want to take advantage of the rising prices and the fear about when and if the bridge will get repaired. So overall, West Seattle represents a decent value for buyers. And if you're selling, you got to price it right and you got to get in there. Now, overall, you're seeing still an quick days on market, things selling well. You're just not seeing the kind of flood of interest that you're seeing in Seattle overall. So if you're selling in West Seattle, price it right, stage it right, you got a really good chance of getting a good price for it. If you're buying, you have an easier time buying in West Seattle than you would any place else in King County right now. Let me know if you have any questions. Text me, call me, email me, comment below, and I'll get back to you. Okay. Aaron Hendon with Christine Company over at EXP. Talk to you next month.